Hello everyone and welcome to another video. This is going to be the Goodreads tag. I wasn't actually tagged to do this, but I thought it might be fun to do. I've discovered I like doing tags, so yeah, if you are watching this and you don't know what Goodreads is, it is basically a social media platform for book lovers, book reviewers, anyone that reads on a regular basis, and it's got loads and loads of really cool features on it. Obviously you can review and rate all of the books you read. You can find recommendations for things you might like that you hadn't heard of. There are lots of online book clubs you can join through Goodreads. There are giveaways. You can set yourself challenges. There's even things like trivia quizzes and things like that. It's a really nice little hub and community feel for book lovers. So thoroughly recommend it if you're not already on it. As with all of my videos, my Goodreads profile is linked in the description below, so if you want to add me as a friend on that, you can see what I'm reading, what I want to read, all of my ratings and things like that. So yeah, I'm going to get right on into the tag now, and the first question is, what is the last book that I marked as read on Goodreads? And that is, as of today, All the Bright Places by Jennifer Niven. I finished this today and I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. Really enjoyed it. It's a YA contemporary about 2 teenagers, Finch and Violet, who learn how to live even though they are both plagued by death and darkness and lots of internal struggles. So yeah, it's about some pretty strong, dark, deep things. It's got suicide, it's got death, it's got mental illness, but it's very uplifting. It's not a very sort of heavy, gonna bring you down kind of book. It's very hopeful and it's very uplifting, so yeah, I would recommend this definitely. So that is All the Bright Places. It was one of my Rainbowthon books, and if you're interested to know how I did in Rainbowthon, I got through 4 and about 2/3 of books, so it was about half of my TBR, which I was expecting to get, so I'm pretty pleased with that, to be honest. And as I said, All the Bright Places was one of those, so yeah. The next question is, what am I currently reading? I am currently reading The Fifth Wave by Rick Yancey on my Kindle, and it's taking me forever to get through because I'm not enjoying it as much as I thought I would, unfortunately. So it's taking me a while to get through, but I will let you know when I do finish it and I will rate it. And I'm also reading A Storm of Swords Part 2 by George R. R. Martin, which this is an ongoing project for me. I'm trying to finish the books before the TV show comes back in April, and I'm going away soon, so I want to finish this by next Sunday morning because I want to take the next book in the series with me away, so I need to finish this week. So yeah, I mean, now Rainbowthon is over, I can just concentrate on this. So yeah, I'm about 100 pages in, so I've still got a long way to go, but this is going to be my main reading focus for this week. So yeah, that's what I'm currently reading. The next question is, what is the last book that I marked as TBR on Goodreads? And that is The Love That Split the World by Emily Henry. I heard about it on Gillian at Bookish and Nerdy's channel, who I will leave down below, and she just made it sound really good. I think she mentioned it in a recent book haul that she did, and as soon as she started describing what it was about, I just thought, yeah, that sounds really good. It is brand new. I think it's going to come out it's either just come out or it's just about to come out. It's a YA contemporary with magic and time travel elements, which just sounds amazing. I can't remember from what I remember, I think it's about a girl who is about to embark on her last summer in her hometown when she starts noticing things have changed. Things aren't where they've always been, and then I think one day the town disappears or something like that, and she's visited by a magical creature of some kind who tells her that she has 3 months to save this guy's life. And obviously she has no idea what's going on, she doesn't know why this is happening, but then I think she meets a guy and it becomes obvious that he's the guy that she has to save, and it sounded incredible. Anything YA with magic or time travel, it just sounds right up my street, so I'm really excited about that. So that is the last book that I marked as TBR. Obviously I don't have it yet, so yeah, I'm hoping to get hold of it soon. The next question is, what is the next book that I plan to read? And that is, obviously, as I said, I'm going away, so I'm hoping to add A Feast for Crows, which is the next book in the Song of Ice and Fire series, but I'm also hoping to read very soon Lock and Key Volume 2 by Joe Hill and Gabriel Rodriguez. This is the last of the graphic novels that were in my February TBR that I need to read, so I'm going to be picking this up very soon. So that's probably the next book that I'm going to read. So yeah, that is that. Do I use the star rating system? Yes, I do. I give every book I read a star rating on Goodreads. I don't give many books 5 stars. If I give a book 5 stars, it means that it was one of my favourites of all time and I absolutely loved it and there was nothing that I could possibly fault about it. And all of the books on my favourites shelf on my Goodreads they're all 5 stars. I give most books I read 4 stars. I've said before that I'm quite a generous book reviewer, so most books I read get 4 stars and it means that I really, really enjoyed it. 3 stars means that it was okay, but I probably won't reread it. 2 stars means I didn't really like it, and 1 star is very, very rare that I give 1 star. I think if I've ever given it, it's only been once or twice ever. So if I give a book 1 star, you know it's bad, because as I said, I'm a pretty generous reviewer. So yeah, I do use the star rating. Am I doing the 2016 reading challenge? Yes, I am. And because I'm crazy and God knows why, I was in a weird mood at the beginning of January, I have set my challenge at 100 books this year. And I don't know why, I really, really don't. But I read, I think it was about 82, 83 books in 2015, and apparently I'm going to read that much more in 2016. I know it's mad ambitious, but because of Rainbowthon, I have read 13 books this year, and apparently that means I'm on track for 100 books a year. So it's at the moment it's looking doable, but I still remain not entirely convinced. I still think that's pretty ambitious, but we will see. I am going away soon, so I'm hoping to get some reading done, and I've got a couple of quite long flights, so I'm going to be reading quite a lot on that. So maybe I might just do it, but we will see. Do I have a wish list is the next question. Yes, I do, but not on Goodreads. I have an Amazon wish list, and it gets added to pretty much every time I find a book that I want to buy. My whole Amazon wish list is books and DVD box sets. So yeah, and I do go through it every now and then to see which ones have price drops, and if it's a big enough price drop, I normally just buy it right there and then if I want to treat myself. So yeah, I do have a wish list, but not a Goodreads one. The next question is, what book do I plan next? Okay, so as I've said again, I am going away very soon. I am going to America on this Sunday coming, the 21st of February, and I am going for almost a month. I'm coming back on the morning of, I land on the morning of 19th of March back here in London. So I'm going to be away for a long, long time, and obviously I'm going to be finding myself wandering into some gorgeous American bookshops, I think. So, I mean, obviously that's not the whole reason I'm going. I'm going because I want some time to myself. It's the best time in my life for me to travel and to see a bit of the world. I've always been absolutely obsessed with America and the USA, and it's on my bucket list to visit all 50 states before I die, and I'm going to do a huge chunk of them in this trip. I'm flying to LA and I'm going to end up in NYC, and I'm doing a road trip with a travel company around the southern states. So I'm going to be visiting quite a lot of them, and while I'm there, as I said, I'm going to find myself wandering into a few bookshops because that's what I do whenever I find somewhere new. I mostly look for tea because I'm English and I really love tea, and books. So yeah, 2 books that I'm going to be looking for in particular while I'm in the States are Passenger by Alexandra Bracken and Truthwitch by Susan Dennard. Passenger because I've seen it around on BookTube and it looks like such a beautiful book. I just need it, and it's had really good early reviews as well. Truthwitch because I much prefer the American edition to the British one. So yeah, I'm going to be looking for those. They're going to be quite easy to find because they're both quite new releases. So yeah, so they are the next 2 books that I am hoping to buy. Do I have any favourite quotes? Yes, I do, and I have a list of, I think it's about 5 or 6 quotes on my Goodreads profile that I've sort of marked as liked on Goodreads, and they are on my profile. I can't remember all of them, but I know there's one there's a couple by J.K. Rowling, but one that I remember by her is I don't believe in the kind of magic in my books, but I do believe something very magical can happen when you open a book, or something like that. And there's a Stephen King one that I've always loved, and that is monsters are real and ghosts are real too. They live inside of us and sometimes they win. And I've always loved that quote. It means a lot to me. I get my own interpretation from that, and yeah, so that's one of my favourite quotes. Do I have any favourite authors? Yes, I do. I do tend to kind of pick books up based on the plot and the characters and reviews rather than actual individual authors. I'm not loyal to many authors, but I do have, I think it's about 5 or 6 authors on my Goodreads profile who I've listed as favourite authors, and they are authors who everything I've read by them I've really, really enjoyed, so therefore I've listed them on my profile. And I think they are J.K. Rowling, Stephen King, John Green, Sarah J. Maas, Rainbow Rowell and Caitlin Moran. I think they're the 6 that are listed as my favourite authors, and I've really enjoyed everything that I've read by them, so yeah. And the last question is, am I a member of any groups on Goodreads? Yes, I am. I'm a member of a lot of groups, and I couldn't possibly list them all, but some of note are the Puristopia book club, which is a Goodreads book club set up by 2 really awesome booktubers, Reagan at Peruse Project and Sasha at A Book Utopia. They joined together and created this Puristopia book club. I'm also a member of quite a lot of YA book clubs, and also I'm a member of the Top 5 Wednesday group on Goodreads, because that's where we get all our Top 5 Wednesday topics so we can plan ahead. So yeah, they're the groups that I know I'm a member of. As I said, I will leave my Goodreads profile down below so you can learn what groups I'm a part of. So yeah, and that is it for the Goodreads tag. I'm not going to tag anyone in particular because, as I said, I wasn't tagged, so if you want to do this tag, then feel free to. I'm going to say that I really enjoy doing tags. I don't know why. I kind of feel like tags are the YouTube equivalent of what bulletins used to be on MySpace. I don't know if anyone watching this was on MySpace when you were a teenager. Anyone of my kind of age, certainly, well, I'm 25, but anyone I would say in their early to mid-20s knows what MySpace is and how awesome it used to be. And we used to have these things called bulletins on MySpace, which were like, you'd post like a list of questions, like in a quiz, like, you know, like name, age, location, and then like loads of random questions like favourite band, favourite colour, all that, and you'd answer all the questions and then you'd send it out again to all your friends and everyone would answer it, and it was just like a really cool sort of boredom buster thing. And I feel like tags are the YouTube equivalent of that, so yeah, they're really fun to do. So if you've got any good tags that you think I might enjoy, feel free to tag me, because I'm just going to do them anyway. So yeah, so that was the Goodreads tag, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will leave all of my social media down below as normal, and I will see you very soon. Bye bye.